Hello and welcome to the 18 WJTS News for Monday, October 30th, 2023. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening on All Hallows Eve. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam reporting. 76-year-old Timothy Guy of Martin County, Indiana, has been sentenced to 5 years in federal prison after he pleaded guilty to possession of a firearm and ammunition by a felon, receiving stolen United States government property, and possession of child sexual abuse materials. According to court documents, Guy was employed as an explosives handler at the Naval Surface Warfare Center Crane Division from 1966 through 2004. The documents further state that while employed there, he falsified records to make it appear that ammunition had been destroyed while he was illegally smuggling the ammunition out of the Crane facility. In 2018, Guy was found guilty of possessing child sexual abuse material after he was caught viewing the material at a Wendy's restaurant, where he went to utilize the free Wi-Fi. And again, on April 30th, 2021, a community corrections officer located an unregistered computer in Guy's home during a routine sex offender check, which led to Guy admitting that he had flash drives with child sex abuse material on them. Martin County deputies found the drives to contain over 250,000 images of children under the age of 12, spread over 875 storage disks and 60 thumb drives. Indiana State Police investigators and the Martin County Sheriff's deputies began a search of Guy's property following his April 30th arrest and discovered a cellar door. When a deputy checked the cellar, he located a large amount of ammunition and other materials. Investigators later obtained a search warrant and recovered 10,000 rounds of ammunition, valued at over $1,000, and 5 firearms, including 3 rifles and 2 pistols. Guy is prohibited from possession of a firearm due to his previous felony conviction of possession of child sexual abuse materials. The sentence was imposed by U.S. District Court Judge Richard L. Young. Judge Young also ordered that Guy be supervised by the U.S. Probation Office for 6 years following his release from federal prison and register as a sex offender wherever he lives, works, or goes to school. An Evansville man is behind bars after a drunken trick-or-treat event on Franklin Street Saturday evening. According to the Evansville Police Department, they were called to West Franklin Street in regards to a drunken man that hit a small child. Upon arrival, officers made contact with the suspect, later identified as 28-year-old Obi Tarwo Sr. EPD states that Tarwo Sr. was the only adult with the child, and he was intoxicated and he could barely stand. Police say as they tried to take Tarwo into custody, he became belligerent and started to pull away from EPD officers and made a scene for all families present with their children to see. Once in custody, Tarwo was taken to the hospital where he threatened officers. Additionally, he was told and eventually made to sit down numerous times. And once moved to the hospital bed, tried to bribe an EPD officer with $800 in cash to let him go. He is facing numerous charges, including bribery, intimidation, child neglect, and more. The DuBois County Sheriff's Office is promoting Halloween safety for this 2023 trick-or-treat season. But first, here's our local DuBois County trick-or-treating times and locations for Monday, October 30th and Tuesday, October 31st. Celestine and Holland will be celebrating tonight, Halloween Eve, October 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. Halloween night will start in Ferdinand and Huntingburg at 5 p.m., with Birdseye starting at 5:30 p.m. Huntingburg will go until 8 p.m., and Jasper will start at 6 p.m. and conclude at 8 p.m. Ferdinand will end at 7 p.m., and Birdseye will end at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. As Halloween approaches, the DuBois County Sheriff's Office is committed to ensuring a safe and enjoyable holiday for all residents and visitors. To promote Halloween safety in 2023, they encourage everyone to follow these essential guidelines. 1. Choose costumes that are flame resistant and well fitted to avoid tripping hazards. Make sure masks provide clear vision and opt for non-toxic face makeup when possible. 2. Children should be accompanied by a responsible adult, use sidewalks, and obey traffic rules. Drivers, please be extra cautious in residential areas and stay alert. 3. Examine all candy before consumption. Only accept factory-wrapped treats from trusted sources. 4. Ensured walkways and entry points are well lit and clear off obstacles to prevent accidents. Keep pets secured in a separate area to avoid undue stress. Number 5, only approach homes with porch lights on, indicating they are participating in Halloween festivities. And number 6, save the Dubois County Sheriff's Office non-emergency number, that's 812-482-3522, in your phone in case of any questions or concerns. In case of an emergency, please dial 911. Remember, if you see something suspicious or concerning, don't hesitate to reach out. The Dubois County Sheriff's Office encourages the community to be proactive in reporting any issues, and your vigilance is crucial in maintaining a safe Halloween environment. As always, if you see something, say something this Halloween season. On Sunday, Evansville police were dispatched to Sunburst Boulevard Apartments in reference to a family dispute. The 911 caller stated that 41-year-old Jarrell Gerard Madison had gotten into a dispute with a woman and that the woman was potentially injured. When officers asked to talk to Jarrell, he had very slurred words, began acting aggressive, and told officers that he was going to drive away in his car. Jarrell then began yelling profanities when he was told that he would be arrested if he tried to drive. EPD then spoke with the victim and discovered her injuries were worse than what the 911 caller had stated, as she had a swollen lip and blood on her teeth. The victim told police that Jarrell had entered her apartment already heavily intoxicated and started arguing with her about her dog before punching her in the mouth. As she felt blood in her mouth, she told police she tried to call someone to tell them what had just happened with Jarrell Madison, but he threatened to kill her. Jarrell Madison was arrested and transported to the Vanderburgh County Correction Center, where officers say he threatened to harm officers because of a nuisance by beating of the holding cell glass. Madison was charged with disorderly conduct, battery, public intoxication, and communication intimidation. The St. James Lutheran Church in Holland is set to host its annual Thanksgiving dinner this year. This Thanksgiving dinner will be held on Saturday, November 4th at the St. James Lutheran Church in Holland, located at 105 North 2nd Street in Holland, Indiana. The cost is $12 per meal, and drive-through or carry-out options will be offered. Meals will begin to be served at 4 p.m. Eastern. A former Lawrence County Sheriff's Department deputy was arrested on 8 different charges by the Indiana State Police. Members of the Indiana State Police's Special Investigations Unit, with assistance from agents of the United States Department of Transportation's Office of the Inspector General, arrested 48-year-old Timothy Butcher of Princeton, who was arrested in Princeton on a warrant issued from Lawrence Superior Court 1 for the following charges: 4 counts of theft, a level 6 felony, and 4 counts of official misconduct, a level 6 felony. Butcher was transported to the Gibson County Jail, where his custody was transferred. The arrest warrant was issued following a 2-year Indiana State Police investigation. The investigation was initiated after discrepancies were found while Butcher served as the Lawrence County Sheriff's Department's grant administrator between 2017 and 2021. Butcher, as grant administrator, was responsible for administering and complying with state and federal regulations regarding issued federal grants, and had left the Lawrence County Sheriff's Department in the late spring of 2021. Investigators from the Indiana State Police's Special Investigations Unit, with the assistance from the Indiana State Board of Accounts, determined Butcher had failed to provide work documentation and received overtime payments when he was not entitled to receive them. The ISMA State Marching Band Finals were held at Lucas Oil Stadium this past Saturday. 40 bands performed, separated by 4 classes, leaving only 4 distinct bands in the honor of being titled state champions. In the ISMA State Open Class B competition, the Jasper Marching Wildcats received 4th place, the Northview Marching Knights received 3rd place, 2nd place was bestowed upon the Greenwood Marching Woodsmen and Irish Guard, and the Evansville North Green Brigade walked away as the 1st place winners of their class. In the ISMA State Open Class D competition, the Pride of Paoli placed 10th of their class, with the South Spencer Marching Rebels placing 8th, the Springs Valley Blackhawk Brigade placing 7th, and the Tell City Marching Marksmen holding the 6th spot of Class D. Climbing all the way up to the top of the competition, the Forest Park Marching Rangers take home the 1st place title for their show, A Modern Sonata. The Forest Park Marching Rangers have won the ISMA Class D state competition in the past, and their most previous one being that in 2018. Congratulations to all area performers on a great season of high school marching band. And that's a wrap on your news. We'll be right back with your weather forecast.